Hello and welcome back to the farmhouse for part 3. Today I've decided I wanted to make a few changes. Excuse the shaky camera, I'm holding it and I'm not real steady always. So this is where we left off with the floor. And I was going to just go ahead and glue right over my wiring, but I decided that maybe it would be better not to. So what I did was I made this piece to go in here, and I used cardstock. I didn't have anything else. I thought poster board would be too thick. So I measured it up with the floor over here where I'd already started. And I cut a piece to fit in there, making sure it's covering all of my wiring. And so then it should be removable when I get done. Also, if you'll notice, I took the bench out back there. I liked it, but I also thought that probably I would rather have bookshelves up there. So this will give me a chance to make a really cozy, comfy chair and put it in there and put some bookshelves on that tall, thin wall up there. I think that would be a nice little place to sit and read. Well, that's what I've done so far, and I'm going to go ahead and finish this piece of floor, and I'll come back. So now I'm going to be cutting the wall that is going to go between the bedroom on the second floor and the bathroom to form the hallway and the bathroom wall. I've marked it out on black poster board, and I'm just now going to be cutting. I apologize for the lighting. The light is kind of behind me. Tripod's on the table, so I don't have a lot of room. Alright, now I can get rid of the big piece of poster board. Things should go a lot quicker and easier. I'm going to go fit this in and see how it fits, and I'll be right back. So I fit it in, but I did not cut super straight, and it was very hard to see the pencil marks on the black, and I couldn't find my silver pencil that I have, which is a lot easier to see on the black, so I'm piecing in a very tiny narrow strip. This isn't going to show. It really probably isn't going to matter too much, simply because I will be putting cardstock over the top of this to give it some strength. So right now I'm just putting some glue up here on the edge. I know you can't see that, but just putting some glue on, and then I'm going to fit this little piece in here. As I said, this will be covered with cardstock. I found it really strengthens the poster board and adds a little bit of thickness. What I'm going to try to do to really make this hold on is I've got some just straight sewing pins, and I'm going to be sticking them, if possible, straight into the cardstock to hold this piece. I'm just trying to get them right in the middle so that it doesn't poke out either side. put my fingers on either side of where I'm putting the pin in so that I can see, make sure it's not coming through, because you can feel it. Now I just need to glue one more little piece on here and we're good. And this piece is a little bit bigger than the other piece that I put. There's not much I can do about that, so all I can try to do is when I put the pins into this piece, just kind of squish it down. Keep in mind, if you put your pin in too tight like I just did, you can squeeze the foam board, and that's exactly what happened. So we're going to have a little gap, but that should be okay. Going to get a cut started. There we go, because I don't want this to break. Just push it down just a little bit, compress the foam core, and then we'll glue it on and pin it down. Next, I'll have to decide where I would like the bathroom door to be. I originally thought, and I'm still kind of thinking, that I would like to have it toward the back, more toward what is going to be the bedroom wall, because then it's out of the way and it allows me a lot more room to have my bathroom miniatures up front. Another part of me wants to kind of try to center it so that it'll be like right in the middle. And I think I might go with that one. Now I'm measuring out where the center is. And that is at 5 1/4. The sheet is 10 1/2 inches long. Or 10 5/8, but I'm going to go with 5 1/4. It won't hurt if it's a little offset. I don't think anyone will ever know. Okay. Now I'm going to measure. I know that I want my door 3 inches wide. Or do I want it 2 1/2? These are the things I'm never sure of. I think we're going to go with 2 1/2 and do one of those old narrow doors. That's what I think we're going to do. Okay, so 5 inch mark, we need 1 1/4 here, and we need 1 1/4 on that side. And then we'll just go up and measure. I know I want the doorway 7 inches high. So once again, we're going to go up and go 1 1/4 on each side. I'm sorry if I'm getting in the way, but it's very hard for me to see this. And we're going to go 1 1/4 over here. Okay. Now this is so hard. I wish I knew what I did with that silver pencil I had. Because my lines are almost non-existent here for me. There's that one. There's that one. And also I'm doing this at an angle, so to me it doesn't look straight, but I'm in my own light. And I know I'm going to want this 7 inches high. So there. And we're going to go up 7, which would be up to the 1 inch mark. In case I have a few small gaps and things, I'm going to be putting molding in. Now I need to find this side, which I believe is right here. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this all lined up really well. And again, I'm going to go 7 inches. I'm going to make sure that I have this one at 2.5. And it looks like I'm a little off up here at the top, possibly. I'm off one way or the other here. So I'm not quite at 2.5. And it's possible that I missed my mark. So let's go back to the beginning here at the 5.5 or 5 1/4. Should be right there. And I want 1 1/4 here on this side. Should be right there. I am off on my mark. And 1 1/4 on that side. I'm a little bit off. This is so hard for me to see. And I don't know if another light would do any better for me. Okay, so it's my original mark. There's that mark, but I'm not coming off right up here at the top. So let's go over to 5 1/4. That's what we were measuring off of. And we're going to go 1 1/4 here. And we're going to go 1 1/4 here. Try to line those up with the bottom, my mark down here, and I'm still coming. There's got to be something I'm doing wrong here, and I'm just not getting it. I need a mark right on my edge. Okay, so 5 1/4. 1 1/4 is here, and 1 1/4 is here. So that mark is right on, this mark is not. So we can go, I am sorry about this, but this is what happens sometimes. Okay, that's a 5 1/4, I need the 1 1/4, which is right there. And the 1 1/4, which is over that way just a little bit. So let's straighten these lines. Mark it out so we can go right up to our 7 inches. And let's remark this one. I'm looking for my line up there that I made. Let's try that. And we want it right to there. And make a little mark going that way. And I'm going to try this again. And now I'm going to want this 2.5, which it is exactly 2.5. I'm sorry if anyone feels I'm over measuring, however, I want my doorway to be straight. And that should be it right there. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. I'm just going to take my time and cut slow. Squish my foam board, and I don't want to make any cuts that I don't want. we're going to go up that line right there. And we're going to go with this line right here. And the foam board had one of those chunky pieces in there that I hate running into because it can cause all kinds of problems. And not quite through back here in this back corner, but it fell out. So there, we have our wall with our doorway. So I have spared you having to watch me cut a bunch of cardstock, glue it on. It's rather boring. But I am going to bring you along with me on putting on my last piece. I know this wall looks terrible. It's got a big gap. You'll never see it when I'm done. So I'm putting glue all the way to the edges. That was a little piece I pieced in. This is something I did on the Beacon Hill. I wanted a wall longer because I wanted to put a door in. And so I didn't have anything. I didn't have any wood. All I had was some foam board and some cardstock. And so I put the foam board in there and I realized how easily it could break if I wanted a good fit, nice and tight. And so I put cardstock on, couple layers, and I tell you what, it just made the whole project so much more firm. It worked very, very well. It's almost as hard as wood when I got done. I know this isn't going to reach all the way to the bottom, so I'll be piecing it in. But it will make a good, firm wall. And once this is set up, we can test it out in the house and see how my idea of the hallway and the bathroom is really going to look. I know I just glued that, but I'm going to go ahead and cut it anyway. Just going to trim it off. Glue on there. I just need to trim out my doorway. This corner had one of those hard spots in the foam core, so every time I cut into it or go to cut something off of it, that's what I'm dealing with. I think it's mostly gone. So one more time, just to make sure that my doorway is gonna pop right out. And I still have one spot up here on top, and that's where that hard thing was. Okay, so that's it. I just need to fill in this little spot down here with a little bit of the cardstock. We'll let it dry a few minutes. And we'll go test it out in the house and see how that's going to work. Okay. So make sure I get that pressed down good and firm, but I don't want to press too hard. I do not want to compress the foam board. I need to add one little piece over here. I'll just put this little piece in there. Get it right up to the edge of my, put the door frame in. Okay, so we're back at the farmhouse, and my battery's about to die, but this is how it's going to look with my hallway, my bathroom, and the bedroom wall behind it. I think it's going to be really cute. So I need to go, my battery is dying. I'll see you in a bit. So here we are looking into what is going to be the bedroom. There's a window over there. There's the doorway. With one final shot of my hallway and what's going to be the bathroom, and then we're going to go down, don't mind the mess, and one more look at the living room, which I think is getting really cute. Next I'll be installing those walls upstairs. See, look, my construction zone. We'll be installing these walls, and we'll get this project really going. Thank you for joining me. I hope everyone has a great day, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.